kid in full hockey fit pulls up and sits right in front of you, and you can't see a thing. This might be more of a me guy move than just bringing your glove to a game. At least your glove is not right in the people behind you's face. I'm not trying to grow my bones anymore. My bones are grown, bro. I don't need to drink milk. I'm not a baby. You know who drinks milk? Babies and children. I don't put milk in my coffee. I drink black coffee like a grown-up. He ain't throwing a pick. If I could speak another language, I'd say it in that one too. It's time to dust off old Krabs again, take the less than half a pick, and f***ing cash would be tonight's. Tail it, fade it. I don't give a shit. I'm making money on it. What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Friday, episode 831 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Jovan, with special guest, Bookit with Trent, who is just piping hot right now on the books. Trent, how you doing? Happy Friday. Thanks for coming on.
10-4s. Holy subbies.
Sploosh.
We got a lot of subbies.
Packs
Picks get involved in a 10-unit subwell. Jeesh. Goodness gracious. TCU fan getting involved as well. Have a week, TCU fan. We got C. Bernat getting involved with a resub as well. 20 months. How about Aloha getting involved as well? I know he tailed the 5-unit greaser that you can see right now on Pickets. If you guys follow me on Pickets, you've already seen the 5-unit greaser locked in. Tail that puppy. We got my guy Russo getting involved with a 10-unit subwhale. Let's go, Russo. Attaboy.
Holy Nicky Gamble with the subby. Brian C. 2 years with the goats. Let's fucking go. TCU fan, you goated.
Yep, Jamal looks like he's hooked up to a potato right now. Hopefully that gets better with time. We will figure that out. Okay. Trent, how we doing? Happy Friday. I'm going to ask you what I asked Jovan the other day. What is one cool thing you did over the holidays, not sports related? One cool thing you did.
One cool thing I did, non-sports related. Man, not a whole lot, to be honest with you. Pull the Cooper flag auto.
That's sports related.
Yeah, that's about all I did. What did you do? I mean, honestly, dude, all I did was fucking sit around and watch football. I really didn't do shit.
Okay, good. Recovery time. I went to the Everglades, saw some gators. Pretty cool.
Wow.
Went on a boat in Fort Lauderdale, saw a bunch of mansions, saw Tiger Woods' first house, saw Messi's house. Trent, how many freaking bong rips you take before?
Chad, you see that watch right there? Yeah, Trent paid for that shit.
Dude, look at how fucking happy I was, bro. I wasn't even chopped.
Look at how happy your buddy is, bro. Raking in all the coins. You got to give him a nice little Christmas bonus.
Oh,
unbelievable.
We gotta start setting some restrictions on those.
No, I'm done going until the next baseball drop. I did what I wanted to do, and that was pull a Cooper flag. That's all I fucking wanted.
Well, you did it. Congratulations. I haven't seen you that happy in years.
Not too much to be happy about around these parts.
After an 0-4 day. Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe that was why it was like it was, because you were at Beast mid Rose Bowl.
I mean, dude, it was 34-0. Do you blame me?
Those were two of the shittiest games to get the day started yesterday. Ended with a good one, though. Shout out Ole Miss. Jovan, good call. Gosh, man, Georgia looked good until they didn't. Next thing you know, your guy Trinidad going off. What'd they win? 37-31, 39-31. Crazy game.
39-34. Shout out to
Crazy
safety.
game. Crazy game. LMNG getting involved with a stream streak. Good to see that, LMNG. Thank you.
Was there a prop to be hit in that Oregon game?
I mean, you could take the less than. So there definitely were, but
probably not a prop.
Probably not.
I guess Johnson and Carter, the two tight ends, 2 of the 3.
I even knew it was Johnson, man.
It's not Sadiq.
Yeah, not Sadiq.
You guys are one square away from glory.
I know, from running it back, dude. I'm sick. And there was a pass that was totally intended for Virgil, man.
Yeah, the strip sack.
The strip sack. It was 1,000% going to Virgil. He was wide open, bro. It would have been at least 20 yards.
Yeah, that would have been
Ma.
Brutal.
Sickening.
Brutal. Chat, apologies for yesterday. I was so hungover. I really could not stand up until about 7 p.m. So that's on me. Apologies. I think I had one too many Modelo's on New Year's Eve. So that's on me. Apologies for not making it to the show yesterday. Take full blame for that.
Call that a me guy move. Rumors are saying.
Well, George Washington, one of the greatest leaders of all time, Jovan, he actually one time drank 13 helpings of their in-house rum punch at this place down the street from me in Arlington. And he actually stayed in bed for 3 days. And he was one of the greatest leaders we've ever seen in the United States of America. So if he gets a pass, I get one pass.
Nah.
If he gets a pass, I get a pass. If George Washington can do it.
Yourself to George Washington.
I mean, people saying that Dallas changed you. Why do you have this?
I saw a tweet this morning, and it made me feel a lot better about myself after not being able to do the show yesterday. If George Washington can be bedridden for 3 days while he's fighting tyranny and fighting an entire country, I can get one deck for being too hungover. Yep.
Fair.
That's just unbelievable.
I also heard George Washington is a me guy.
You could make that argument, yes. He's got a lot of statues around DC, that's for sure. Monument statues. Yeah, that's fair. We got Nick Hennessy getting involved. Happy New Year's, gents. W, Nick Hennessy, we appreciate you, Beast. W, Resup. Since Krabs moved to Dallas, he's had like 5 vacations. You're goddamn right I have. Those were all planned before the move, but yes, I took my vacations and I'm ready to lock in the new year. Very, very excited. Be back on Monday in studio. Yeah, we got Russo with a 10-unit subway. Let's go, Russo.
Carry.
Hype
Where's
chest.
Dave?
Sade nowhere to be found. Where is he?
That's rare.
He's getting outgunned and outmanned by Mr. Russo. Yep. Chaco, how we doing? What's up, Beast? Yeah, Alex Caruso went 0-7 yesterday and tweeted. At least he tweeted out the recap. Went 0-7 yesterday and said he's going to be in the lab all night. Surely that's true. He's sneakily one of the worst bettors ever. I'll say he's terrible, absolutely terrible. John, do me a favor. Can you move the camera up just a little bit?
Just a hair.
We're getting a sighting for sure, dude.
Just a hair.
There it is, the doubles.
But yeah, let's just put 2 small fans right next to each other instead of one big one. Sure, we can.
They're connected. It's a 2-piece.
Never seen that before in my life.
What
do you mean they're connected?
Look,
no, you're saying they both turn on at the same time?
There's a light right here.
No shot they're connected.
They're one singular entity.
Why not just make one big fan with a fucking light in the middle?
I never knew they were one entity.
Yeah, I didn't make the fans, Krabs.
Is that new? Did they connect those recently?
No, okay. This is how it's always been.
That's a strange fan setup, I'll say.
Yeah,
strange.
I wish I could get them moving, but it literally sounds like a Southwest jet engine.
You can't. Yeah, I'm sure you get it out the middle. We might need that towards the end. Maybe for the squad ride vote for the vibes.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Yeah, those are. I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless after finding out those are connected. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Russo, thank you for all the subbies, bro. You are setting the tone, chat. Be more like Russo. He's coming in today, locked in, dialed in, and dropping plenty of subbies for the peeps. Talk about a team player. W. Russo, we appreciate you. Z-Shrek, I don't know how that fan is a me guy fan. I think we're taking that joke a little too far. Okay, come on. Can't just say everything's a me guy. Okay. All right. What else? Oh, yeah. I got one more thing to talk about. I'm not going to toot my own horn too much. I will a little bit here. If only somebody said Miami was a legitimate team and deserved to be in the college football playoff. If only somebody said Miami had a chance to win the national championship and people looked at me like I had 17 and a half eyeballs on my face. Wow. Well, now we're here and Miami's only plus 300 to win the national championship and they are -3 against Ole Miss next weekend. Miami's going to win that game. We'll see if they can win the Natty, but they'll be in the Natty. They will be in the Natty. I mean, they're winning that game. They're winning that game.
Krabs.
Dude, they're laying 3 to Ole Miss. Come on, man.
Weird? What else?
I think that's some respect. I was expecting closer to a pick 'em on a neutral.
No,
I thought that
dude.
Was
no, a pick 'em.
I did. Second shortest odds to win the championship.
Yeah, because there's 4 teams and the other team's a bigger favorite than them.
Well, I think people would probably agree that, or at least before last week when we saw them beat Ohio State, that Ole Miss had a better roster than Miami, although I would disagree. I think most would probably say Ole Miss had a better team.
No.
Yes.
Better team than Miami?
Yes. Miami
What
shouldn't even
world?
been in the playoffs per Goots per the public. Miami should be on their couch. Like Manny right now, passed out.
Manny is knocked.
They shouldn't even be in the playoff. Well, they're making it pretty clear they deserved a spot in this playoffs, that's for sure. Ripping off 2 straight wins. And they look good. They look like a team that could win the whole shebang. Shout out the ACC. Every year we do this song and dance. The ACC gets roasted. The ACC gets chirped, disrespected. And once again, the ACC shows up when it matters most. Not only is it the second best athletic conference in sports, right behind the SEC, at least for football, also maybe the best athletic conference out of the power conferences, or the best academic. So good to see the smart kids getting it done as well. Carson Beck might not be the smartest kid, but good to see a good school like Miami from a great, respectable conference getting it done when the lights are brightest. And we were all hoping for Carson Beck versus Georgia, I think, right? That would have been cinema, obviously. But we'll settle for, Carson Beck versus Lane Kiffinless Ole Miss, which still should be a pretty darn good game as well. Offense versus defense, although Carson Beck can certainly huck it. Carson Beck gets no respect either. He's like the winningest QB we've seen in our lifetime. He's got like the best winning percentage against the AP ranked teams in college football in his tenure in college. Unbelievable. He's so disrespected. I think the sky's the limit for that Hurricanes team, especially if that defense is playing like that, because they're actually good. We got 2 great games coming up next weekend. Any early predictions from you gents? Out of those 4 teams, who do we think wins the whole shebang? I'm going to go Miami. I'll put my money where I'm out this. I'll take them at plus 300.
Yeah, I've already got Ole Miss to win the Natty pre-playoff. Sticking to it.
No.
Okay.
No. 2 rags.
Manny
2 rags from here.
2 rags for that. Yeah, we need the Trent winner.
W.
what we
Goots.
need. His initial winner's already lost. Seattle, Ohio State, or took Ohio State.
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm taking, and I haven't put in a single second of thought.
Here's some
Just give
odds
us
for you on the screen.
Immediate gut lean.
Yeah, just first inclination. First, even if you don't stick with it, you don't have to ride with this the whole time. But right now, first look.
First look.
Indiana, Oregon, Miami, Ole Miss.
First look, Indiana looks like the fucking 85 Bears, and I don't see how they lose.
Yep.
And Miami looks like a wagon as well.
Yeah.
So Oregon, Ole Miss, and the Natty.
Yep.
Punch the tickets.
I mean,
I do like Oregon against Indiana. I think it's hard to beat a team twice, but like we saw last night with Ole Miss and Georgia, hard to beat a team twice. Ole Miss got it done the second time around. So, Trent, you're right that Indiana looks insane. They look insane. They look unbeatable. They look like the Avengers right now.
this whole football season, pro and college, has been the most unpredictable it's ever been in our lifetime, arguably. There's Sade Whitman.
What's up, Sade? Ooh.
Sade. There he is, Fivers.
5-unit subwhale. Sure, Sade.
Goats.
Atta boy. Sade, we appreciate you, Goat. And here we go.
How are we on the rankings, man? What are we doing? How do we already get here?
I'm just checking out the Pickett split. Shout out Pickett. Jeez.
It's good to have you back. I did not miss this shit. I'll be honest.
I love the way that looks.
I bet you do, Trent.
Interesting. I mean, people are taking the Ravens on the ML. More people on Steelers spreads, although probably a lot more money on the ML in this game than the spread at this point. But that's a game I want to go nowhere near. I'll be honest. Nowhere
I'm
near.
all over. I'm all up in it.
Steelers?
You'll find out.
Okay. Very excited. Chat, we're going to do an NFL weekend preview. After we do the Sharp Report, we're going to go over the weekend plays.
Wait, super
get
quick.
a sell job.
Yeah,
You're going to sell job on Rice. Yep.
What's your guys' play in that game?
I took Texas State before you took Rice. Felt pretty good when I saw your tweet.
I like the over. Taking the over.
Okay. Texas State might be the best 6-6 team ever. I think you're about to see that today.
I don't know. I've had coin on them twice this year, and they are just
I mean, yeah, they're not clutch, but they should put absolute. I mean, they should just knock this.
How many
Rice
Just
times-
so
Rice
you know,
defense.
Trent, you put coin on a team that runs the triple option plus 19.5 or whatever it was down to QB3, which I know you didn't know.
Oh, I knew that.
Yeah, that offense though, like, does it really matter who's in there, right?
No, I mean probably not. I'm just giving Trent some context.
I knew that. That's why I like him to keep it close.
Dudes, you got a hot date or something this afternoon? Goots has a hard cutoff this afternoon, which
Hard
is more than
cutoff.
okay. Goots, you got a hot date? What's on the Goots agenda this weekend? There's got to be something cool.
I'm
Goots, get up here.
back in the homeland, Krabs. Gotta go see some buddies.
I know.
Yep.
You going to Malloy's?
No, not there.
Okay.
Not there.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Margaritas.
All right. Was Rav at that game last night too, by the way? People in chat are saying Rav was on a Ravgation. Was he at that
Rav's also going to the Winter Classic today, I believe.
game? Wow. He was at that game yesterday.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. He was at the Oregon game.
And LC was at the Texas game?
Yeah.
I didn't see like any posts about it at all. Good. Cool. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. No steamed crabs for today. Are we recapping from Wednesday, Goots? What do you want to do? Boom. Utah.
That was Paul.
Started out as the worst wager of all time, turned it into the greatest wager of all time. Jovan, great work.
Yeah, shout out.
Great work. Wow. Great finish to the year for squad rides. Bad start to the year in 2025. We were cold as ice for a couple months. It's really pissing me off last year. But we got hot and we finished the year strong, 15-5 in December. Very happy about it. Way to finish strong. Let's carry that momentum into the new year. Still extremely positive last year. 129, 116, and 1 in 2025. Nothing to write home about to Ma or Pa, but solid. A positive winning percentage. We take it, we move, we groove. Let's kill it.
What was the one push?
Yeah, who knows? It's a good question.
Great question.
It must have been a spread on an even number. Take them, I know. All right. But yeah, good end to the 2025 year. Chat, hope you guys stuck with us. Hope you guys were tailing because, knock on wood, we got pretty hot to end the year there. So let's keep it that way. Let's stay hot. All right? Dubs. Let's hop in and do the Sharp Report for today. We got a lot to do today. Okay, we got winners for tonight. We got winners this weekend in the NFL. And I've got a 5-unit greaser. Yep. Favorite play in months.
Wow.
Plural. Favorite play in months. Look, Navy's winning this game. I feel like that doesn't even really need that much of a sell job. Military academies in bowl games, it simply means more. Since his whole team is out, your guy Sorsby's out, Jovan, I would be extremely surprised if the Bearcats not only win this game, but make it competitive. I think this is going to be absolute belt to ass from the midshipmen. You got 3 seniors going out on top, 3 studs on this Navy offense in Blake Horvath, who's about to be a pilot. He's about to be flying planes in the war in a couple months. I think he'd probably want to go out on top. You got Alex Teska, stud running back, absolute meatball running through the inside. And then you got my guy Eli Heidenreich, who's literally Christian McCaffrey. If those 3 gentlemen who are seniors and playing their last football game, because respectfully, they're probably not going to the league, might have a tryout here or there, but probably not going to the league. If they don't go out on top, I will tip cap. Those gents are going to put belt to ass on the Cincy backups, and they're going to take care of business. That's why this spread moved from +5.5 to -7.5. We don't even need them to win by a touchdown. Just win the damn game. This Navy team has respected our coins all season, all last season. They deserve more respect, and they're getting it done today. Cannot wait for this game. Poor Cincy. Jovan, I mean, your boys, if it was full health, this would be a different story. A tough end of the season.
I don't know if it would.
Okay. Tough end of the season. And I think they're just kind of dead right now at this point, and they don't even have their guys going. So go ahead and give me the midshipmen. You never got to worry about their effort. And that's a big thing in a bowl game, right? You got to cap motivation a lot in these games, and you don't got to worry about that with Navy. Okay. The Bucks tomorrow. If you can hear some noise in the background, my dad's doing some construction on the house or some shit, so I apologize there. But the Bucks, Jovan, It's been a tough end of the season for your Bucks. Tough end of the season for your Bucks. I think they get it done. They stop the bleeding, potentially squeak into the playoffs. I know they need some help, but they at least put themselves in a good position when it comes down to that Atlanta game, and they get a big-time win against Bryce Young and the Panthers. They're laying the same number they were laying against them about a month ago after they lost outright to the Panthers the first time. It's hard to beat a team twice. We saw that last night in Georgia Ole Miss. We're going to see that again on Saturday when Baker Mayfield finally gets his lick back, stops the bleeding, and gets a massive W and stops their 4-game slide against the Panthers, who, tip cap, very impressive season. Bryce Young might be a starting quarterback in this league. Solid year for the Panthers. Rico Dowdle's good. Chuba Hubbard's nice. But enough's enough. Cut the shit. Cute story for the Panthers. But the Bucks get off the schneid, and they get a big-time W and keep their postseason hopes alive, potentially at least for another day. And they get a win on the ML. Put these together. It's around plus 120. I got them at plus 122. Get involved. Please tail responsibly. This is a winner.
I like the Boza pack. Is Navy covering?
Probably. I think it's going to be absolute destruction. It's the boys' last game, man. They're going out on top. 3 studs on offense. And they got an NFL guy on their D-line, Robinson, who's actually an absolute behemoth. He's a beast. Yeah, it's going to be belt to ass. They're going to cover.
I love it.
Navy.
Yep. I think Jovan has a play in this game as well, if you want to stick in it.
Yeah, I don't want to take the spread again because I already have an early 2.5 locked in. But the only, I guess, semblance of hope that Cincy has is scoring points in this game because, I mean, we really don't know yet. They're going to run like 2 QBs, and I think some of the receivers are going to be active in this game between like Goody and Cyrus Allen and like some of Joe Royer. Maybe I wouldn't think he plays, but they haven't said he isn't. But the defense is really what's the problem. The reason I say that, like, I don't know if it would be completely different if they were healthy in this game, or healthy, meaning no opt-outs or anything. It's because their run defense has been god-awful all season. Obviously, Navy's going to run the shit out of the ball, and I think they're going to bring a little bit something else that we'll talk about when we get to squares. But I think the offense is going to have zero problem carving through this Cincy team, which, again, if we're talking about, like, why a lot of people are fading them today and why it makes a lot of sense to, it's because of the defense. I do think it's a little questionable what we see from whatever offense they bring out there, because, again, that's the part with Cincy that we don't really know what's going to happen in this game and who's going to be active and not. We'll probably find that out come game time, but we know that defense that already sucked is decimated 3 times over, especially in the front 7. It's going to get pretty ugly for them, especially against like the Navy offensive line. So regardless of if the offense can show a pulse or not, I think the reason that they cover that early, I guess, spread wager, and the reason they cover this and get probably 40 points in this game is because they're going to run all over them. Explosive plays are going to be out the ass for this team against this defense, and there's really only hope is scoring points on offense. Stay on this one.
Drew Cronick, the Navy OC who took over last year, he's one of the best offensive coordinators in the country. He could be a head coach somewhere. He's a great offensive mind. He's turned around this Navy program who used to only run the triple option. They certainly run the ball a ton still. But you're going to see Mr. Blake Horvath hucking it a little bit in this one, and they're not just a simple one-dimensional offense anymore. Shout out Drew Cronick. He is him. He's him. All right, let's move. I want to hear Trent's first sell job on the Spurs. Take us to the NBA.
Yeah, I'm going all NBA for my platter here. I will have wagers on the 4 college football games, but I couldn't name a single player playing in either one. So, I'm going to just stick to what I know, and that's basketball. And we got the Spurs tonight on the road against the Pacers. The Spurs, they continue to, they've beaten OKC 3 times, but for some reason they have trouble beating sub 500 teams. And despite Wemby being out, Vassell also out, I think that the Spurs are still too deep to be fucking around with the Indiana Pacers. I think they get a convincing win coming off a loss. And I have a square of year in this game as well, with a high total of 240. But I love the Spurs tonight to bounce back, get a win, take advantage of the Spurs. Or take advantage of the Pacers, who are just rat meat and also have some potential injuries for tonight. But love the Spurs.
The Wemby-less Spurs, right? That's why they're only laying 5.5. Okay.
All right. I like it. You're buying some bad news there. Also just noticed, taking my first look at the NBA board today, the Wizards are favorites today against the Nets.
Wow.
Okay.
Nets are bad, really bad.
They're bad, and the Wizards have looked a little bit better of late. They've actually won 3 of their last 4 games. So, and people are starting to talk about the Wizards.
That's huge, honestly. I'm rooting for Wizards to keep winning games.
Why is that?
Because I go on Tankathon every single night before bed, and I play around with OKC's draft positioning. And
who do they have? The Nets pick?
They have the Clippers pick. We need the Clippers to keep losing, and they've been playing generational ball as of lately, which sucks.
Okay.
So we need the surrounding teams to also contribute to some wins, that being the Wizards. I'm rooting for them.
They're red hot. 3 of their last 4. That's by weather favorites. All right. Dubs, Trey Johnson's actually him. I agree. Whoever's running the Bookit account right now, he's actually good. All right. Let's swing it around. We'll come back to the NBA here in a moment. Excited to hear this, sell jobs. I got all college football plays today. I guess including the Bucks as well in the NFL. All football plays today. Go ahead and give me Mississippi State. Look, this team shouldn't even be in a bowl game, right? They're 5-7. They're lucky to be here. They're lucky to get invited. They're lucky that there weren't enough 6-6 teams that wanted to play. And they are favorites against Wake Forest and Robbie Ashford, who is a dog shit quarterback. And I cannot believe this Wake Forest team is 8-4. Maybe the weirdest year in the ACC in recent memory, where the worst teams beat the best teams. There's some really crummy teams, so pretty good records in the ACC. Super weird year, a lot of parity. And Wake Forest is at the top of that list, where it's just, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they kept getting away with it. They had a horseshoe up their ass this whole season, and I've been trying to fade them for a while. They were 8-4 against the spread so far this year. I think their hot streak ends, and I'll go ahead and take Blake Shapen, Mississippi State, as -3 favorites. Could not figure out why they're favorites when Wake Forest still has their starting QB and a lot of their starters playing in this game. The first-year head coach as well, who I'm sure for Wake Forest wants to win his first bowl game here. Mississippi State's lost 4 of their last 5. They've lost 3 games in a row, and they are -3 against Wake Forest. Stinky line, Wake Forest 8-4. Mississippi State, like I said, 5-7, doesn't even have a 6-6 record in the Duke's Mayo Bowl. They get it done, laying a field goal. Nobody wants to play Mississippi State. That's exactly when I lock them in.
Yeah, definitely the biggest Krabs play on the board for the bowl games.
Yep. Nasty. Who the heck wants to back them?
Yeah.
Not many.
Not many in chat. Put some respect on Jake Dickert, who yet to win a bowl game there. But don't know why to put respect on his name yet, but they've been good. Defense has been good. They can't move the ball though.
Should I tail that or fade
it?
Wouldn't mind if you faded it.
Yeah.
But you're certainly due for a winner.
They do have Lamar at QB. He might be one of the more fun, or one of the guys I'm most excited to watch come bowl season, and it's all the way at the end. I want to watch Kamario Taylor get another full game. He's him. Love watching it.
Not really sure why Blake Shapen was starting all year, but
I'm sure you'll see. Maybe you'll see him at some point, but we're gonna see some Taylor.
Okay. Yeah, how about that Ole Miss kicker yesterday? Jesus.
He's Janikowski, dude.
I mean, he was kicking 55-yarders, and it was right in the All-State hands. Halfway up the field goal post.
70. Oh,
yeah. Like
that
actually,
for sure, getting his clam mugged.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
he's taking
all
the seconds from Lane. Second to get back to Oxford.
Was Lane at that game? Was he in a suite?
Yeah, I think
watching that game. Is that weird?
No.
I mean, I'm sure he'd want to be coaching the team, obviously, if school wasn't being so petty. At least they let him go to the game, I guess. But
yeah, it was in New Orleans too.
He's rooting for his kids, right? He's rooting for his players.
Yeah.
Thank you, Big Rob. Appreciate you, brother.
Big Rob.
Oh yeah, shout out Big Rob.
Shout out Dyson coming in with a resub as well. We got a couple other subbies here, boys. We got Estamico getting involved. WBTL, Happy New Year, fellas. Tezka, Heidenreich from Pittsburgh, 2 dogs. Yes, the dynamic duo, the 2 stud running backs, although Heidenreich is more of a receiver. He literally plays like McCaffrey when he lines up as a receiver. They both went to the same high school together in Pittsburgh.
What's worth less, Nate Frazier, black autos to 10, or Ty Simpson autos to 10?
I mean, Nate Frazier's
Nate
got
Frazier.
some value. Nate Frazier is easily worth more than Ty Simpson now, or will be.
Fuck.
Nate Frazier is also only a sophomore. I know he's not leaving. Ty Simpson, I didn't even get to fully circle the wagons on that take. Ty Simpson is a horrible football player. I'm glad we are all seeing that now, and we are not just smoking whatever rocks we saw or what people thought they saw for the entirety of the season. He sucks.
He does.
I'm glad we're done pretending that now.
That
I think his story is not finished yet. We'll say.
Probably not, but if Bama wants to come back and actually do something with their lives, they send him to somewhere, Montana State.
I think it's more of a question of how their O-line was dog shit and how there's pressure on him every 2 seconds. The play calling, they threw a 1-yard pass on every play. They couldn't run. They have no run game at all. So how do you expect a guy to have success when you have 0 run game? He's got to run himself.
It's just like it's the same thing with San. Like we were talking about how San was god awful in that game. Yeah, he had pressure on him a lot in that game, but like I can go through 10 different plays where there's somebody wide open, just like the Max Clare pass in the middle of the end zone. Same thing for Ty Simpson. It's not like nobody was open in that game. He can't make the reads. He freaks out in the pocket the second there's not the cleanest pocket. There's a reason why it was different the second he was out of the game and he got hurt, aka benched because he was terrible and there was no reason for him to be in that game.
He did get benched, but he also got absolutely drilled on that fumble. But he got benched. He did. And he played like shit down the stretch. He also played unbelievable in the beginning of the season. So in my eyes, it's a wash. He'll get another shot, but I blame more the OC, the 1-yard passes, the 0 run game, the shitty O-line. But he certainly did not do himself any favors down the stretch.
Yeah.
I mean, he looked dog shit yesterday.
Bama and Tech just had some fucking horrid play calls.
The worst.
Yeah, you want to talk about bad quarterbacks. Baron Morton, I feel like we all can fully agree on. That was one of the worst playoff performances I've ever seen. I mean, he
might be bad.
Texas Tech has a natty roster at 21 out of 22 positions on the field.
Yeah.
He's that one.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, if Will Hammond didn't have a torn ACL, he would have been in that game at halftime.
Probably.
Is that fake Mahomes?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have been Mahomes, dude.
He would have.
Yeah, it goes to show you how important that QB position is, especially in college.
Yeah,
you're not shit.
They're starting to add some zeros to that Sorsby NIL offer, even though he's probably going with Lane. Now rumors are swirling.
Shout out Sade for the 5 gifted again. You're good, Sade. Shout out Dyson.
Shout out Dyson. Yep. W's.
Let's go.
W's. Enzymes, Fade God 2424 getting involved. Just says meat under his resub.
What are we doing?
Running on 3rd and 7.
An option team, Trent.
I mean, yeah, they run the ball like every play.
Yeah.
W Subbies, we appreciate you, Goats. J Bats as well. I think we missed you. W Subbies, we appreciate all you guys. Hope you guys all had a great new year.
He's already bitching.
Hope you guys were not as hungover as me yesterday.
Literally noon.
I mean, dude, they're getting 18 points. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be close. Okay, they're probably not going to start off strong. Okay, you need them to care in the second half of this game. Is what you need. You need Rice to not keel over and die in the second half.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, let's keep moving here. I want to hear Jovan's next sell job. What are we cooking up over there? We've got okay. Yep.
Yeah, okay. Late night game. Krabs, do you happen to know, which you probably shouldn't, the score of Notre Dame's last game?
47-40.
Yeah. Wow.
Only because Goots told me before this. It's the only reason I know.
There you go. Maybe the worst game of all time against Stanford. Which Stanford's really, really slow. They're not nearly as slow as Cal, but they're kind of like comparable 1 through 5 to Notre Dame, size-wise and positionally. Cal is not. They run a little faster. So, like, of course, I want to buy something, whether it's Notre Dame or Stanford taking overs. And the one that probably makes more sense coming off of that is Stanford because they play Louisville. But Notre Dame's a very weird, zigzaggy team. They kind of play up and down to the pace of their opponents. Cal's not like Arkansas or Louisville necessarily, but they play a little faster, and they're also a lot bigger, whether it's, I mean, they have Lee Dort, they have your guy John Camden, they have Chris Bell. They have a lot of size there that, I mean, Notre Dame is going to have absolutely zero answer to. I kind of like Cal in the game too, but didn't really care to take them. I think it's going to be a faster game. I think it's going to be a game where Notre Dame kind of has to play faster because they're dealing with so much size. So like the second they get out in transition, I think they're going to have to push the tempo a little bit. Unlike if you look at like a lot of their slower and lower scoring games, it's because they're playing teams that are equally as small as them. I think this game's going to have some points in it. I think this is a game that ends up in the 70s, which is all you need for 138.5 points. But I think Cal's going to carry that just a little bit.
Yep. Day-Day Ames just had his worst shooting performance of the season. Looked terrible in that last game for Cal. So I'll be on Cal late night in this game, but I certainly could see some points. And this is a contrarian over after Notre Dame's last game where they did not even score 100 points. I mean, give me a break.
Yeah, it's bad.
Insane.
That could have been a football score back in 2010.
Yep.
If I would have told you that, you wouldn't have been shocked. 47-40.
No. Insane. All right. To the top with Timon. Get involved with the resub. Need the daily Trent fade today. Sure. I'm sure you'll get it soon on the feeds. Okay. All right. Let's keep moving. I want to hear Trent's second sell job here. Take us to the NBA. Why is it the Bulls?
Supposed to be the Blazers, right?
Yes, it is supposed to be the Blazers. All good now. Not taking the Bulls, taking the Blazers on the money line against the Pelicans. Thought this was a weirdly short spread. The Pellies are probably sharp in this one, but I'm not buying it. They have a bunch of injuries. They've lost 6 in a row, but the spread is moving towards the Blazers. Now it's 2.5. It was a pick 'em earlier. That might be Derek Queen out. That's why. WCLVs. But yeah, I just think that Denny and friends are going to be able to take advantage of the injuries that the Pellies have down low. I love Denny in this game. But I think the Blazers coming off a tough loss last game could be sharp taking the bad news of the Pelicans, but I'm just not buying it. I got to see it. I'm taking Portland to win this one.
Okay. All right. We're on with Denny and Co. to get it done. Love it. We'll come back to the NBA. While you're taking LeBron, we'll save the best for last there. Goots, do me a favor, swinging around. I got one more straight bet here for the peeps. Give me Noah Fafita. I knew there was something up with this kid. This kid's good. He's getting 10 wins this year. Give me Arizona. They are one of the hottest teams in college football that nobody talks about whatsoever. Give me the Wildcats. I'm hoping there's no more opt-outs in this game. The line has been moving back and forth to +1.5, -1.5 the last couple of days. So I don't know what they're hearing, but there's probably some late opt-outs on both sides. If there's one thing I know, Kevin Jennings is a dog shit quarterback. SMU is an overrated ball club that had all their luck last season. This year, not so much, just not seeing it. And Kevin Jennings is not going to save them in this one. They're 8-4. They should be closer to 6-6. They were a fluke last season getting in the college football playoffs, so they shot at the ACC. Even I'm not gassing them up. I think the school's fraudulent, team's fraudulent. Their QB stinks, and Arizona finishes the season strong. They get their 10th win. That's a big deal for these teams and these coaches. Arizona wants to stay hot. Fafita wants to end strong here and get their 6th win in a row, get their 10th win of the season, and SMU is about as fraudulent as it gets, to be honest with you. I'll be fading them, and I'll take them at +1.5, -1.5. Doesn't matter if they win the game, just take the ML.
Sure. Shout out AZ.
Fafita's been good, man. He's been good.
Yes. The second half of the year, they've been busting.
They've been one of the best teams in college football.
Yeah.
See if they can finish strong. All right. Let's move. Sorsby LSU. Austin's here. Austin said in the chat.
Yeah, he's
here in
going to
Austin.
LSU.
You think he's going to LSU?
Yeah.
Wow. That'd be crazy. You see Rocco Beck that's probably going to Penn State, going with his coach.
I mean, yeah, that's not shocking. That's not going to work out well, though, because he's just the most mid quarterback of all time. Good, I guess,
I
Big
like
Ten
him, but
quarterback.
I'll be rooting against him. As a James Franklin guy now, I got to root against Penn State.
I feel like Matt Campbell could have done a little better.
Yeah, I love Matt Campbell. Great coach. That was like one of the few guys Penn State could have hired there where pissed me off. So hoping they get someone shittier, but great coach. We'll see what happens. I mean, that was kind of a given. He would go there and follow his coach. So Very curious to hear what happens to Sorsby, who could probably go wherever he wants. And LSU would make a lot of sense.
Pick his deal.
Can see Notre Dame in the running as well, although they probably want to stick with their guy, CJ Carr. CJ Carr is not good enough to win and get you in the playoffs as is. You might want to change it.
Kenny Minchie might be Sorsby's successor out there at Cincy.
Texas State turnover on downs. No shots.
There you go, Trent.
Fucking hell.
Goots, any comments on Miami about to win the national championship and they shouldn't have even been in because of Notre Dame?
No, Miami should have absolutely been in. But it's looking like Bama shouldn't have been in. So maybe it should have been the Irish and Miami. Miami earned their right to make it. And, it's good to see them playing well. But
Notre Dame really never between Notre Dame and Miami. It was Notre Dame and 3-loss Bama.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that name still carries some weight. We'll see how much longer that lasts. Right, for the Tide. After that last game, I don't know how much longer it will. All right. Awesome. I want to hear Jovan's last sell job on the books. Take us to the NBA. We'll stay in the NBA.
Yeah, stay in the NBA with the Magic. The Bulls just had I guess, by bad news, technically win, one of the couple, against the Moose Meat Pelicans, but no Josh Giddey, so you're going with like Trey Jones, and Trey Jones is obviously not a scorer. He can facilitate. He had like 12 assists in that game, but with this current lineup that the Bulls are trotting out, we talk about it with Squares all the time. Not many teams better at keeping, I guess, spot-up shooters away from spot-up shooting than the Magic. So if you're the Bulls in this makeshift lineup they're trotting up right now, you're going to have to either get to the rim or Vooch is just going to have to take over, which you have a revenge narrative. So maybe he does that. I'll give him that. But this lineup is going to have to pretty religiously get to the rim against this team that defensively has played better and better as the seasons went on. And again, you're going to have trouble consistently shooting against this team. I will take my chances. Magic have been a little inconsistent, especially covering over like the last couple of weeks, but they've been playing overall good basketball. This feels like a spot where defensively, I mean, high total. So again, you're saying that with a little bit of an asterisk, but over the course of the game, feels like they're going to wear down the offense. And a lot of the Bull squares look like really weird. And some of them are red because of usage, because you have guys out. Some of them are green, like you talk about like Trey Jones assists and stuff like that. I think this is a really weird game for the Bulls offense to figure out. And line keeps trickling towards the Magic as it should. Not the first buy bad news game, so we're good buying that. I like the Magic to drop Nuck.
Okay. Magic dropping Nuck. Paulo Legacies. We're taking his threes.
Yeah, if it's available, I'm going to have to get on that.
All right. Trent has one more NBA play here to close us out on the straights. Taking LeBron's Lakers. Sure.
Tuck me in peace. Lakers -3.5 against the Grizzlies. They weirdly play the Grizzlies again tomorrow or the day after that at home as well. So I think they split this little series they have, and I think they take care of business tonight. A lot of guys sitting for the Grizzlies. No Caldwell Pope, no Edey, no Pippen Jr., no Williams. Bunch of names out. Jalen Wells questionable. Lakers fully healthy. Bounce back spot coming off a loss. I think they get it done tonight at home on a Friday night in front of the fans. Start the new year.
New year narrative could be the difference. Also, we're not talking about it enough. LeBron ended that 10-point streak a week or so ago. Crazy. He finally only scored 8 points or whatever.
Yeah,
eons ago.
Was that weeks
so
ago?
long ago?
Okay.
Legit eons.
There's more shit for that.
I remember we were in office for that.
Okay. Yeah, I hate the NBA. All right, let's move. I want to get us some squares. Very excited to hear what you guys are crafting up.
Lakers are not fully healthy. Sorry, they're missing Reeves tonight and Hachimura, but the starting lineup looks like
fully
Luka.
healthy to Trent means LeBron and Luka.
Yeah,
they got enough. They got enough firepower. That's for sure. All right.
Apologies, Adam. Jeez.
Oh man, Adam, LeBron's not gonna fuck you, bro. We don't know you. Right? All right, let's talk about Seth Jones and why he's not scoring a point in this game. Low total on the ice, 5.5. I believe this is the Rav Bowl. He's going to be there, boots on ground, I think.
Winter Classic.
Down there in Miami. Winter Classic. Yep, special game, prime time, TNT. A lot of eyeballs, which means not a lot of points, which means Seth Jones, who has a complete green chart, probably ain't scoring and probably ain't dishing. Couple other interesting squares up there on Prize Picks in this points category. A lot of red charts, but not Mr. Seth Jones, who has had a point, at least 1 point in 4 of his last 5 games. I think that streak ends in this one. I honestly like the Rangers in this game, and I like the under, which means if he's involved in the 1 or 2 goals in this game, I will tip cap, I'll move, and I'll just charge it to the game. So Seth Jones, he ain't scoring, he ain't dishing for the Panthers. They're losing this game as well. I like the Rangers at plus chicken. And then Kevin Jennings. Been fading this guy all year. Sometimes I look like a fool. Sometimes I look like a genius. He's just not a good quarterback, and that's going to show in this game tonight against Arizona. I think SMU gets absolutely knocked. He's missing a couple weapons as well in this game, which could play, honestly, a pretty big role because typically, he's had some pretty good offensive weapons on his side of the ball there for the Mustangs. Not so much in this game. I'll fade Mr. Kevin Jennings on a not completely, but very greened out chart recently. Super green the last 3 games. He's been a touchdown machine. I will fade Kevin Jennings in a game I like the under in a game I'm on Arizona in. Kevin Jennings ain't throwing 2.
He ain't throwing 2. They've had that square up for a long time. And that's one of the very few regular squares they have in that category, or have had in that category, like all bowl season, especially for the non-playoff games.
They got Blake Horvath up for half a passing touchdown, which is weird. And they have Mr. Kevin Jennings up today. So
they have Horvath up for a passing touchdown?
They do. They did before the show, at least.
They did.
Yeah, not a great sign, but
that's a great sign. That should hit it.
All right. Good. Yeah, and there's a small chance Mr. Horvath gets a workout in the NFL. He gets a tryout in the NFL, gets to go to some sort of, postseason bowl or one of those, senior bowls or whatever. He's probably not going to give up on his, NFL hopes and dreams, but could mean some more passes from Blake Horvath, maybe trying to show off that he's not just a runner in this bowl game this afternoon. Who knows? That could be good for the square you're about to talk about.
Yeah, funny you say that, Krabs. Shaq Hayden.
No.
Shaq Hayden. But yeah, he's about to shut out today, Krabs. Partially because, talk about, in all this game, the only hope that Cincy would possibly have at stopping the Navy rushing attack is if you load the box and you bite pretty hard and you're really aggressive, which UConn sneakily did the same thing and had to do the same thing against Cade Helms for a while in that game. And he bit them with, I think he had just over 100 yards, just over this number, but he's nowhere near the passer that Horvath is, nor does he have a Heidenreich that's as good as him in the pass game. But you're going to see it, I think, quite a few times, probably pretty early too, not just as a cap tip send off. Blake Horvath's your guy. He's led the program for a couple of years now, and now you've got a game where you're probably going to have a little bit of wiggle room to mess around and kind of do what you want. But since he's going to bite hard on whatever play action fake they try to bring out of him a couple of times in this game, because it's the only hope, again, of stopping the run they have. You're going to see probably a couple shots to your guy, Heidenreich, for the majority of this game. I think they let Horvath air this one out a little bit.
Okay. Heidenreich used to be a running back. Now he's literally just pretty much a receiver at this point, and Teska pretty much takes care of the carries.
He's literally Puka. He's goated.
He's unbelievable. Leads Navy in touchdowns all time. That's pretty impressive.
That's insane.
And he's probably scoring again today. That's why he only has a 1.5 demon touchdown square. I think you could take his receiving or rushing touchdown square, I believe, separately. So, and I think it's a demon as well. If you want to take his receiving touchdown, I certainly don't hate that. I'd stay away from the rushing touchdown, though. And shout out Aries getting involved as well with the resub. Good to see you, Aries. Hope you're doing well.
Shout out.
There's some positivity from Caden there. He goes, I'm just kidding. Going to turn it around and have a good year, Trent. That'd be positivity.
2026, Trent's year.
Rare.
Go,
could be your year, Trent. Tough starts.
Nothing like a BTL show taking over pass yards in a Navy game.
Yeah. And Javon's on their team total over. Yep.
Yeah, team total over. Navy pass yards, and LeBron and Luka on the floor were taking Marcus Smart.
I actually like that. I like Luka RA, so we need Smart to bang him.
There you go. Revenge game against his former team where they have some bad blood. They're not fully healthy, but where they're not fully healthy is all the guys that are around LeBron and Luka. Plus, he always bangs. I see this all the time with the Grizz too. They give up a shit ton from kind of above the arc area. That's the only place I see him ever hit threes. If he's in the corn, absolute nuck. He cannot hit a shot. Every time I take him and he spots up from the top of the key, it's water. It's where the Grizz get absolutely torched from. So he'll be splashing. He'll be cash.
Okay.
Plus it's triple big. Doesn't hurt either.
No, the way you
Actually
throw
helps.
That in. Yes, throw that in. It's triple big because you're going to get some increased volume because the role players are a little banged up, but it's going to hit.
Speaking of triple bagels, that just reminded me, chat. Ahan owes us 42 subs for that horrific shit take he had last time he was on stream.
Hold him accountable.
Dude, he was so confident that Mumfield and
I do remember that.
Who was the other receiver, bro? It was Mumfield and someone else in that game. We're both scoring. Like Mooney. Bro, that was just pissing me off, man.
That was a crazy game. Crazy game. 3 picks for Mr. Stafford.
He has his 42 subs.
Okay. Awesome. Love these squares from you, Jovan. Mr. Blake Horvath maybe trying to show he's more of a dual threat, not just a runner, right? Let's hope we see that. Trent, if you've not watched the Navy game this season, which I'm assuming is the case, they've got this little white kid, number 22, Eli Heidenreich, who's literally Christian McCaffrey. Keep your eyes peeled on him. He is unbelievable and very fun to watch. So one of the best players in Navy football.
He also got his number too. So guaranteed, second he touches the ball.
Thinks he's McCaffrey. Yeah.
Trent says CMC.
He's going to do at least one thing cool in this game. He typically does a couple cool things in each game. He's unbelievable. And they're probably not hitting their team total. They're probably not winning. Horvath's probably not going over his passing yards if Mr. Eli Heidenreich isn't involved. Okay?
Good.
All right. Let's hear the sell jobs. What are you cooking up over there, Trent?
Krabs, I need you on Castle Fantasy tonight. I need to see you click it.
I'm taking the 6, man. For better or for worse.
I need to see you click it. It's turning green.
All right.
Again, no Wemby, no Vassell. Honestly, I think is a bigger deal here than no Wemby. But Castle against the Pacers, if you look at the chart, dude, it is redder than Cooch.
Okay.
He hasn't sniffed this line. I think it's high for a reason. This is a square I normally take. And it's usually at 36.5.
Okay.
Am I frozen? What's going on?
No, you're good. You're good.
Sorry, chat was throwing me off. No way, Denny got bumped up. Let's fucking go. But yeah, I love Spurs to absolutely splooge tonight. I think Castle's going to lead the way. Why fantasy? It's just kind of a gut call. I always take his fantasy. Why do you like his PRA or something, Adam? I love the play though. Krabs, I need you on this in the 6-man 1000%.
Yeah.
And rumors swirling about Denny getting bumped. That's for sure. With the Queen news. It's your POD. Oh yeah, your coach, brother. Jeez.
Half of Twitter is POD. I wouldn't put it.
Really? I haven't even looked at the Twitter sphere for NBA today.
Yeah, it's out there a little bit, but for good reason.
The fantasy score or what?
I mean, no, not everybody on Twitter is taking prize picks. It's all points mostly.
Okay.
But yeah, I think Denny takes advantage of some of the injuries on the Pelican side of things in a very, very high total. I think both those games have the 2 highest totals on the entire slate. So that's why I was looking for some plays in those games. But yeah, give me Denny in a game where I think the Blazers take control and win. I think that game is the highest total on the board. It sure is.
Good.
243.
Good. All right. I'm always down to square up with Denny. Let's hope Mr. Castle, who, I mean, probably the best draft pick in that class last year. Was that 2 years ago? Whatever year it was. He is a stud.
Yeah, he's goated.
And with some guys out, Wemby out, someone's got to step up. That game has a high total as well. I'm in. I'm going to lock in the Sharp Report 6-man. Well, Jovan, I'm probably going to need you to help me out, or I actually probably Goose or somebody. Trent in Texas. Yeah, we need some money in Texas.
Trent needs to be boiled, dude.
I'll have my people reach out to you, Trent.
Fucking rad, bro. It's every hour. Every hour.
It's just so cap.
It's not cap, dude. Especially Jovan, dude.
So cap. You don't even have to
watch up.
Yeah, I'm not even asking you to place lineups every single day. Place the big ones, but you need to send me the board.
Dude, and then anytime they ask
go
me
like this: 1, send, over.
Anytime they ask me to place the slips, I end up putting like 3 times the amount.
3 times the amount, dude. It's just.
Rab was so pissed at me yesterday because he asked me to place his 4-man for the Oregon game, and I fucking nuked it. I put like 500 on it,
dude.
And he was like, "Dude, what the fuck? I didn't want this." I was like, "I just want to see you splooge at the game."
That shit didn't hit.
That shit just never had any usage.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he was not happy.
No, I can see why. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm going to lock in the Sharp Report 6-man after the stream chat because we need Trent to lock those puppies in for us. So, although after hearing that story, you might have someone else lock it for me because
I won't
I'm trying to have that shit nuked. All right. W's. Yeah, Chad does not like that move, by the way. They're pretty pissed at you.
No, it was pretty scummy for sure.
Yeah, that's all right. All right, W's. W Sharp Reports. Interesting slate today. Excited to see what Trent's on the gridiron. Weird game to start the day today so far with Rice. Chat saying Rice's defense is showing up.
Showing
see how long that lasts.
Showing hard early.
0-0. Rice has the rock. Okay.
Fucking Sugar Shauna Perry has 100,000 on Rice. So
no way. That's why you took Rice.
No, dude. You think I took it because of that? I just saw it.
No.
I didn't even know that guy was still putting out plays. I haven't heard from him in eons.
Yeah, that guy just randomly spawns in again. Okay. Okay. All right, let's talk about some plays for this weekend. Some NFL plays. Big weekend for Jovan, his Bucks. Big weekend for some teams. Some teams like myself, the Commanders. This game really doesn't mean shit. So let's hop into it. Let's talk about it. Excited to hear Goots' play in the Ravens game as well. Go ahead and run that shit, Goots. I'm trying to see Tyreek Hill. Tread lightly this weekend, chat. A lot of these games don't mean shit. W graphic as well here from Daniel. I like the 3-piece up there. A lot of these games don't mean shit. A lot of these games are one-sided. Be careful before you wager on any of these NFL games this weekend. Kind of like the bowl games, right? So you got to make sure you're backing motivated squads or, fading teams that are trying to tank, right? I feel like that's honestly probably a bigger facet of it. A lot of these teams are probably trying to tank for the number 2 pick. So be careful. Locking in your wagers and make sure you're double checking who's playing in these games this weekend. Let's start out with some snooze fests, some games we think are going to be disgusting, boring unders. My favorites. And my favorite under of the weekend, Chargers and Broncos. Is Herbert not playing?
No.
Pretty sure he's not.
Trey Lance.
Right? Trey Lance. That should go well against the Broncos defense. Jesus. I mean, they might not score a single point. Hence why this total is down to 37.5. On paper, if you're looking at totals and you're not thinking of motivation, you're not thinking of playoff, teams motivated for the playoffs, you're not thinking of, players sitting out. You look at this total between these two teams, it looks incredibly low. Once you dive into it, it certainly makes a little bit of sense when you hear Trey Lance is playing in this game and not Justin Herbert. And I'm sure there'll be some other guys resting as well. And I'll be honest, I don't think the Chargers score a point in this game. Maybe a field goal, maybe a crazy, touchdown, maybe a kick return, but not many points. I'm not seeing them scoring double digits in this contest. I think Trey Lance is going to have one heck of a time against this Broncos defense. And the Broncos, I believe, are still playing for something here. I think the Broncos are playing for seeding, I believe. If they win, they get the number 1 seed. Correct me if I'm wrong. So they should be at full strength. And if they're at full strength, that means that their defense is going to be firing on all cylinders and probably having a pretty good performance. Now, not expecting Bo Nix and co. to put up 35 points in this game. They're not going to have to once the Chargers, barely even score, if they even do. So this is going to be a disgusting game. There's a reason why this total is down to 37.5. Take the under, ignore this game, or if you're a freak like me, get your eyes peeled. It's going to be an absolute snooze fest.
Sure.
Wow.
Sure.
Jovan?
Don't know what I really have to tell you. Give a sharp sell job on a Ravens Steelers under. That pretty much just always hits. But think not only with, I guess, Lamar coming back, most likely. I don't know if that's been fully confirmed yet, but he's going to play the game. You know what they learned last week? They've been trying to win through Lamar the entirety of the season. No wonder why they're not in the playoffs yet. You lean on Derrick Henry, good things happen in this game that is for the division, low and slow. Against the Steelers offense that didn't show you a thing last week when they had a chance to get themselves into the playoffs. They may not give him 40 carries again, but what do you think they're going to do? They're going to feed Derrick Henry a ton in this game, especially with Lamar still probably not being fully healthy coming back in this game. So I think this is a who flinches first type game. Again, not reinventing the wheel. It's typically how these games go, and especially now that you're at Sunday night prime time with all the stakes at hand for this game, I think this game's going to suck. It's going to be a field goal fest. Maybe Boswell figures it out and stops losing a step and actually banks through when it matters the most and sends the Steelers playoff. Maybe he doesn't, but I'll tell you what, he's going to be on the field quite a few times in this game because that's the exact type of game that this is going to be, especially considering I think the primetime slate on Saturday is going to be a little more exciting.
I thought this total opened up a little high, 43.5, but it's probably where it should be now.
Yeah.
And it's still a Sunday Night Football under. It's still a Ravens and Steelers under. So I think you're in a good spot. And if Lamar plays, it's probably a good thing for your under because he sucks.
Bad. Really bad player.
Okay. All right. And Derrick Henry getting fed in this game is probably a good thing for the under as well, as long as he doesn't break a 90-yard. Okay. All right. Yeah, I could see the script being a close nail-biter. Both teams, they're playing for the division, playing for the playoffs, I believe. Whoever wins takes the division.
Win it in.
Crazy. Rice is cooking. They might score first.
Huge.
Okay. All right.
They're marching
Trent?
slowly but surely.
Yeah, they never march fast. Trent, what's good with this under in the Jets and the Bills?
Yeah, we got Brady Cook at quarterback for the Jets, I believe. Is that correct?
I think it's Brady Cook versus Trubisky.
Mitch
right?
Trubisky.
Is it really Trubisky, dude? Is that for sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's all the Bills backups. I'm pretty sure.
That's unreal. I might have to reevaluate the search.
Nah.
That's really bad, but I mean, that's a horrific matchup of quarterbacks if true. Trubisky and Brady Cook. I mean, that just screams under. It's going to be chilly as fuck. I don't know if the Jets are going to put up any touchdowns in this one either, similar to the Chargers. Just screams under to me.
You know what's crazy? I didn't know if this was true. I had to look it up. Apparently, the Jets have not had an interception all season.
Yeah, not one.
Yeah.
That's insane. And I just checked the Carfax. Zero picks. What? That's hard to do. They're probably getting a pick six in this game.
Yeah, dude. I was going to say, you need to take Trubisky half a pick.
To throw a pick. Yeah. Okay.
I'm actually really curious on Krabs' thoughts on incentive props. I'm sure you hate them.
So dumb, dude.
I don't hate them.
Really?
I don't hate them.
People just don't realize that, you're not the first one finding these out.
Well, the books know.
The people who are setting the line knows. They know what they're doing.
The books aren't stupid. Look, if it was easy in the NFL, it's just feeding your guy to get 50 yards, 60 yards per game, 100 yards per game to get an incentive. It's the NFL. Even the backups are good. So you can't just force feed to get your guy whatever he wants. If you do, it might sacrifice your team to win. So I think it's a little dumb, but I also get it. I mean, if it's something low, like he only needs 2 catches, he only needs 20 or 30 yards, you won't see me fading that shit. But I mean, the books are onto it too. They know these incentives are a thing. And last year we talked about it more.
It randomly, there's probably one max every year that's actually around the line. So perfect example from chat last year, Mike Evans to get 1K last year. He got force fed that throw at the end of the game, and he was still 25 yards below his receiving line. So what does that help you? Because he hit nothing with that.
Well,
other than if
you take a goblin lineup.
I know, he didn't even hit that. So you're taking minus 500 on whatever his line is that he needs for his incentive, even though his wasn't technically an incentive. But that's the point.
You could try to make a greaser incentive parlay or line up, and it's one of those guys is going to cost you because it's still a parlay, and they're not all going to hit. It's not like an incentives list. Every single guy on that fucking list ends up coming through and cashing. No. We talked about this last year. We had a graphic up on BTL about the incentives, and I'll tell you right now, most of them did not hit.
No, dude. The worst part too is that
I don't fade them.
Yeah, the worst part too is that these lists started popping up on the feed like 4 weeks ago, saying like X player needs 200 yards to get there. That doesn't mean shit. In week 14, I don't understand how we don't get that through our heads. Now we're at the last week. Yeah, now we're at the last week where it's going to be absolutely unbearable.
Yep. Some will hit, some will not. If you try to parlay them all together, you're going to lose coins just like any parlay.
Yeah. Not to mention, like, teams just pay the players now. 100% right from Big Bad. If they're, like, close and don't hit it, most of the teams just pay them anyway.
Really?
It's like, yeah.
That's kind of a handout.
It's a handout. It's just if they can't get there, especially because if they're, like, sitting in the last week or resting because they don't need to play, they just pay them anyway.
What's going on in that game?
I literally just tweeted Rice showing so much heart. Immediate interception return for like 60 yards.
Nah.
Thank you, Trent, for doing the Lord's work. We appreciate you.
That is
you're the man.
44-yard return.
That is just
great work. Great work. I don't know how you do it, man, to be honest. I feel like you're literally on like a alien reality TV show, and they're just sitting up there watching, laughing at you.
I feel like after, I mean, especially like the holidays, I feel like you've done it like 5 times, jinxing your better team.
And then right away,
not just like keep it in.
Happens. It's crazy. No, keep doing it. I love it. All right, W unders. Let's keep moving. Want to hear some sell jobs on some overs. Gross. Worst segment we do on this entire show. Points. Fun. Wow, Commanders points. All right, we'll get to that in a second. Wow, NFC East points. Looking at Trent's play too. Good. All right, cool. I've got the highest over of the weekend. I want to lock it in. I think we see some points. I know the Lions are out, right? I think they were eliminated on Christmas Day, I believe. And it was pretty sad. Everybody was, whining on the sidelines, head down. If there's one thing I know about Dan Campbell, it's that for some reason, even though it's going to hurt their team because they'll get a worse draft pick, he will get his boys up once again for one more game, end the season strong, try to play some spoiler because I do think this game matters for seeding for the Bears, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Bears can clinch the number 2 seed with a win, so they should still be motivated. They should still have their starters out there, and I think you see the Lions get their anger out a little bit after a shit year against a shit defense. It's been overrated and playing out of their minds the last couple weeks. Points. There's a reason why this total is moving up a couple points to 50.5. This will be the most fun game of the weekend. Would not be shocked if the Lions win, to be honest with you. I'd probably rather take them on the +3 spread than take this over because I hate overs. But if I had to take one, I'm taking the over in the Bears and the Lions game. This one is going to soar.
Does this game matter for the Bears?
It does. They have to win to clinch the 2 seeds.
Yeah. Plus, it's also, they got shit kicked out of them first time around. I would assume Ben probably wants to end with a knucketing.
Yeah, there's a lot of added motivation on both these sidelines, right? Ben Johnson versus Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
Points. Love this over, to be honest with you, and I never love overs. So it's probably not a good thing, but it's for the 1 seed, SF Giants is saying. Is that true? I thought the 49ers clinched it when they won the other night.
It is not for the 1 seed. The Niners and the Seahawks are playing for the 1 seed on Saturday.
Yeah, they're 2 games up on both those teams. It's not for the 1
Let's try though. SF Giants get fucked. All right. Jovan, why do you like the over in the Commanders game?
So the Eagles. That was maybe worst game of all time between 2 playoff games or 2 playoff teams last week. Now you're getting Tanner McKee, Josh Johnson, which they did just play and go over this number with the starters, or one of the starters, at least the Eagles starters 2 weeks ago. But when Tanner McKee's in the game, I don't know if you've watched any of it, Krabs, because they did this a little bit, even though the game was a little more low scoring last year, is because their defense was playing Drew Lock. But now when Tanner McKee's in there, they kind of let him sling the rock. Like, he threw 42 times in that start he had last year against the Giants. And again, like, they scored 20 points, so it is what it is. But I would say this is arguably right now a worse defense that he's going to be playing this year in the Commanders. And adding that, there's going to be a lot more sitting on both sides, I would say. I think this one is just like you've been sitting for so long throughout the year with this closet offense where you can't throw the ball down the field. Like, this is your perfect time to, I guess, open it up and just see what you have, like, scheme-wise, which when you have Tanner McKee, they're very willing to do that. And again, you get a dog-piss defense, sorry, Krabs, to do it against. I think we get points in Tanner McKee and Josh Johnson. They both go out with a bang in a game that means absolutely nothing.
Okay. SF Giants, what you said was wrong. I don't know how an 11-5 team would be playing for first place when the 13-3 and 12-4 49ers are facing off tomorrow. So they are playing for the 1 seed.
He's talking about a different game.
He thought we were talking about the Saturday night game, not the Bears. And you thought we were talking about the Bears. So we're good.
Love beef.
Okay. Fake beef. Trent?
Fake beef.
Over in the Cowboys and the Giants?
I swear these two teams play. There's always 75 points in a meaningless game. I don't see how it's going to be any different, to be honest with you. I still see the Giants putting up a fight, which I don't know why they would, but they will. And Dak's going to be fucking slinging against that moose shit D. Hopefully he's playing. But there's going to be 60 points in this one. It's square. I hate taking totals, to be honest. I don't do it too often. But for the sake of the show, got to rock with the Cowboys Giants over.
Yeah, the Cowboys never tank for picks. They always play hard till the final whistle, and that's, I feel like, on Jerry Jones. So Dak Prescott and co., all the starters, at least they're going to start the game out on the field.
Yeah, don't know if we'll play the entire one, but at least
who knows?
starting.
But, I mean, that team could score 30 points in the first half and then grab pine. So I'm assuming they want to end strong, end the season strong, get back to 500 with that tie. I like this play, Trent. I do, and I honestly think the Giants can keep up a little bit and score some points, too, against that ratchet defense. Okay? Cool. W overs, and Trent, I'm with you. I hate the shootout segment as well, but got to do what we got to do here. Got to spoon feed the people some overs. Okay? Let's move. Also, shout out Gav for getting a job. Let's go, Gav.
Let's go.
Let's go, Gav. Attaboy. Even I'll clap up for that.
The big 2-6.
Hell froze
Please
over.
start the year off with a bang.
How do you know you got a job?
You said it in
Said
chat.
in the chat, you got a job. He's splooge. Chad, I finally got a new job, gang. The curse is over. Attaboy, Gav.
The curse is
Where's
crazy.
the job?
Congrats, bro. Yeah, I'm so curious. So curious. If you don't mind telling us, Gav, what's a new gig? Very curious. All right, let's talk about some Let's talk about some blowouts, some favorites. My second least favorite segment behind the overs. Some favorites. Although I do like this one. Crash test dummy. Okay, dude. Jesus. Vikings minus 7.5. Don't let the Vikings get hot. It might be too late. Don't let Kevin O'Connell get hot. It might be too late. This Vikings team is playing pretty well right now, and whoever's playing QB, I really don't think it matters. I think one of us could probably play QB for the Vikings and score some points. That's just how good that system is, and I think it's up to -8 as well, which is just absurd. Packers aren't playing for shit. They're already locked into their spot in the wild card, I believe. They've lost 3 games in a row. Jordan Love's not playing. And I'll tell you what, what is his name? What's the Packers QB who had a legacy game against the Ravens last week and had 2 rushing touchdowns?
And Jackson touchdown.
Okay. If Malik Willis has a legacy game 2 weeks in a row, I will tip cap. And I
don't think he'll be doing that, Krabs. I'm pretty sure he ain't playing.
Really?
Yeah. You get Houston legend Clayton Tune.
No shot. That's crazy. That's even worse, to be honest with you. And the Vikings are trying to end the season strong here. They're not tanking for a number 1 overall draft pick. They've won 4 games in a row. They made it pretty clear they're trying to finish the season with some positivity going on here. And Kevin O'Connell has turned the ship around. They've won 4 straight games in a row. They're trying to get to over 500. And they do it in this game with a big-time win in a meaningless spot for the Packers. We're going to be resting all their starters. Vikings win this game by 10+.
I'm in on that. Shout outs. I guess we're all taking -7.5 with the hook here. I think the Bengals are going to be the absolute piss out of the Browns. Game was pretty close first timer. It went around. I forget what the exact number was. It was below a field goal. It was a couple points, but grinded out win first time they played. Typically, and they played twice. I mean, different things happen pretty wildly in both of those games. And now you get the Browns coming off of their Super Bowl win. All they have to do in this game, which they're probably going to get at some point, is Myles Garrett's sack record. After that happens, I think they don't give two shits about this game. And I especially think, I mean, after what we saw from, I guess, Shador last week, where I don't know why people like to say he was good in that game. He really wasn't. They just did enough to not lose that game. You're going to be forced to open it up a little bit more. Not forced, but like you're going to want to against the Bengals defense. I think that's going to go poorly. This smells like a pick six after he throws the ball 40 times plus in this game. And I think the Bengals offense just has their way with the Browns defense for the entirety of this one. It's going to go.
You had me at Faden Shador after his big win. I'm in.
Yeah.
Shout out Juiced Crane coming in with a resub as well. Bang. Best bet in Chargers Broncos ? Boots on grounds. I love that under in that game. Juiced Crane, not fun, but a winner.
Boots on ground for Trey Lance is
respect.
Sorry for it.
Is that respect?
Respect. He must care a ton if he's going to that game still.
Tip cap.
Respect. Rams, after their horrendous loss to Mr. Kirk Cousins, who deserves more respect, by the way, but that's kind of a
shout out Kirk.
Shout out Kirk. Should have been starting the whole year. Significantly better than Michael Penix. But Trent, why do you like your Rams?
Better hope the Seahawks win for this one.
What?
Better hope the Seahawks win for this one.
Yeah, true. Because if the Seahawks win, then no one's going to play. Is that true?
Other way around.
The Seahawks win.
If the Niners win, then this means nothing for the Rams.
Okay. Well,
you're a Seahawks fan if you're taking this bet.
I'm a Seahawks fan.
Yes.
If you're taking this wager, you're rooting for the Seahawks tomorrow night.
All right, got you. Yeah, I think the Seahawks probably win that game.
I do too.
But regardless, I think that this is such an important game for the Rams going into the playoffs to get shit figured out. That game last week was absolutely horrific to watch. Stafford just pissing away the MVP right in front of our eyes.
Yep.
This is his last chance, if there is even a chance to fight back for it. But they got to get right going into the playoffs. They cannot end the season on a rat piss note like the last two games have been for them. So give me the Rams to get shit done, handle business, win by double digits against the moose shit Cardinals.
Yep. Love this play. Stafford's got a lot to prove, and he needs to bounce back after a horrendous game. Okay. I'm in. Let me check the logistics of this game real quick, clarify for the chat. So Cardinals are probably tanking for the number 2 overall pick as well. So you have that on your side there with this play, Trent, either way with the Rams. The Rams can get the 5 seed with a win and a Seahawks win. Okay, so they're still playing for seeding purposes. You want the Seahawks to win on Saturday night, which I think they will. They're favorites on the road against the 49ers, which I thought was a lot of respect for the Seahawks. So I think you're in a good spot with this. But, yeah, just hope for Seattle to get that win. And honestly, if Seattle wins, you'll get some pretty good CLV with this play as well because the Rams will probably move up to like 9.5. So, all right, let's keep moving. Let's talk about some dogs. What dogs are going to be barking in Week 18?
No.
And Jovan's on the 49ers. I bet. No wonder why he's been so quiet over there. Awesome. No. Let's talk about some dogs. Raiders plus 5.5 against the Chiefs, who are dead at this point. 0 reasons for the Chiefs to get up for this game. They're already moving on to next season for the first time in pretty much our lifetime. I mean, even before Mahomes, the Chiefs were a playoff team, a solid team. As soon as Andy Reid took them over, this team has been pretty darn competitive. And the spread's starting to trickle down. There's some reverse line movement in this game. If you check the picket splits, the Chiefs are still public, which, I mean, I don't understand why. I guess it's because the Raiders are even worse, and they're 2-14. So I'll take the Raiders to keep this game close. Total's down to 36.5 as well. This might be the worst game of the weekend. I want to fade the Chiefs. I want to fade their random third-string quarterback, Ola Takun, who's actually been okay, or at least better than people expected. I'll back the Raiders with the points. Spreads down from 6 to 5.5. And the Chiefs are already looking at where they're going on vacation. Raiders end the season with some positivity. I don't think they win, but I think they keep it within a field goal.
The Raiders. That is
Disgusting.
That's really
rivalry game. Rivalry game.
My God. Yeah, it is.
One of the worst teams in the NFL, if not the worst team in the NFL.
That's probably, it's definitely confirmed worst game of slate, I would say.
Yeah.
So of course, Krabs has
Terrible.
a wager on the dog in it.
DJ Fitz loves it. Raiders. Yep.
Let's go Fitz.
All right. Jovan, man, am I wrong about the spread in this game? Is it not weird the Seahawks are favorites?
I don't think it's too weird. I just think it's fake sharp in this one, which truthfully didn't really know what the spread was going to be in this game. But after the Seahawks won Game of Year and 2 weeks ago, the game that was also huge for playoffs and division ramifications, was always going to fade them in their next one after that, which very obviously wasn't the Panthers. It's this game right here. Not to mention, just go Game of the Year. You have a little bit off, but you go all the way to the East Coast. Now you're back here on not getting a short week technically, but it's a little bit short of a week. And now you get to play a Niners team that's absolutely rolling right now. I've been seeing the same conversations for the last couple of days. The Niners haven't really done it against anybody. The Seahawks defense is going to shut them down. It's the perfect bounce back spot or regression spot for the Niners. Don't really think so. I think there's a reason why Sam Darnold was really bad. And again, this was week 1, but I think it also has to do with the matchup that the Niners defense presents him. They are good defensively at everything he is bad at, aka matching up against the tight ends with really good linebackers. I know they're shorthanded right now in that area, but it's a scheme thing. It's not really a personnel thing, and kind of forcing him to throw over the top. Hence why week 1 he couldn't do it, and all of the games against teams and defenses that are built the same way, he also hasn't been able to do it again this year. So you're giving him that same thing. I will pay to find out if Sam Darnold, just like last year when he was in a very similar spot, end of the season, huge playoff ramifications, he folded like a Dollar Tree lawn chair. I'll pay to see if you can prove me wrong this time. Niners are winning this game.
Wow.
All right. I like the under in that game. That was an honorable mention under for me in the snooze fest. Prime time, late night under on Saturday night. Add that to my card. Certainly staying off Seattle now after that sell job. Trent. Gooch just did a backflip behind the scenes.
Yeah,
I think it's because you're on the Steelers, plus 3.5.
I just feel like the Ravens never are able to get it done in Pittsburgh. And I just sat back and thought about how do I envision the playoffs looking, and I just can't imagine Aaron Rodgers not being a part of it. This Ravens team just has too many question marks all around. You got me guy Lamar being questioned about his commitment to the team. And meanwhile, you got the motivated Pittsburgh Steelers with a chance to make the playoffs at home on prime time. It just screams Aaron Rodgers legacies. That's how I envision it. It's going to be a disgusting game. I do like that under. I think Jovan had it. But I think the Steelers find a way to win.
Any thoughts, Goots?
I just think you're taking this for all the wrong reasons. Like, you think Lamar ain't motivated? You see his interview at all? You're just believing all the smoke, Trent, huh?
I know that he declined it, but
because it's all false.
That's not the reason I'm taking the Steelers. I just think the Steelers, X's and O's wise, find a way to get it done, despite what Lamar has had to say in response to those claims.
Okay. So you're telling me if this is the last leg of surge, carry, Sunday night, you want your coins with Rav?
Yes,
and that's exactly what will be happening.
Okay. Rav sneakily been talking this year. I'll say it. In spots we've been taking him. He's been talking.
I said before the season.
You think he runs for 400 in this game?
He's not running for shit. Trent, I told you that was a shit square before the season. He's still putting in the
I know you did, and I'm tipping my cap, dude.
Listen
you were right.
to me. He's a pass-first quarterback.
What do you think about this game?
I think question is that.
No, I want to hear.
I think it goes two ways. It's a classic Ravens Steelers down to the last play on a goal line, all that type of shit. Or I think Lamar goes absolutely nuts and we win by 30. Those are the only two options in my brain. And that first option, it could go either way, either team winning. But I could see Lamar having his best game of the season on Sunday.
Krabs, what is this?
With 0 rushing yards.
What is
with
the spread in
330
this game
passing
tell you?
I don't think spreads matter much in Ravens games, to be completely honest with you. I think they either shit their pants or they don't. But minus 4.5 is a little bit of respect for them on the road in Pittsburgh, the way they've been looking recently with the QB concerns for the Ravens. I'd say the line probably says Ravens win, but I really don't think it matters at all for the Ravens. I think what matters is, does Lamar give a shit? That's what matters.
It's not even a question, Krabs. That's just not even a question.
It's 1,000%.
No, it is not. You think Lamar doesn't care? You think he's falling asleep in team meetings with the coach sitting right there? No.
The guy, look at his practice record the last 4 years. The guy misses like 25%
because he's hurt. Because he's hurt.
He misses 25% of the practices.
You think he's just lying about injuries?
For being sick.
You think he's just lying about injuries?
So the guy either has the worst immune system of all time, out of 8 billion people on the earth, or the dude just doesn't give a fuck. And I said before the season, Aaron Rodgers, wouldn't it be something, that petty MF, if he takes his Steelers team that everybody thinks sucks to the playoffs? And he's about to do that this weekend.
Let me preface it like this. Neither of these teams deserve to be in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I think
the
Steelers deserve it if they win this game.
You think they're going to win a playoff game, Krabs?
No.
But
I think they win this game. I think Aaron Rodgers, I'm standing on my take preseason. I think Aaron Rodgers goes out on top. Not saying he wins a playoff game, not saying he wins the Super Bowl. I'll tell you right now, he's not. I mean, Rodgers' story is unwritten. He's winning this game.
I don't think it's crazy to say they can win a playoff game. Like,
it's not crazy.
There's a chance they match up against what? The Chargers? Like, you tell me you're that much more scared of the Chargers than the Steelers?
I like the Steelers. I liked them before the season. I like them now. I like them in this spot. I think if you fade the Ravens every game right now, you make coins more often than not. Hate to say it. Dude, at this point, the results speak for themselves. They don't come through. They don't respect coins.
I'm still dealing with the fucking week 1 Ravens loss, bro.
No, you don't get to cry about that. You did that one to yourself. You fully did that to yourself. Celebrating early on the feed, even giving rap shit live on stream when you're up 20. You deserve that loss, and you 100% cannot cry a single tear.
I mean, that was the craziest comeback we've ever seen. Come on.
That's fully
That was
deserved.
one of the biggest helps.
That shit's gonna be the reason we don't make profit for the series.
Yeah.
That was one of the
keep mouth shut on feed.
I don't know if I'm bitching about that game still, but that game does still hurt when it gets brought up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Well, it still hurts. That was ridiculous. A horrendous way to start the season. Horrendous. The line in this game says Ravens. Don't think it matters at this point. I think the Ravens, very similarly to the Orioles, I think it's honestly, you do the opposite, right? When they're sharp, you don't back them. When they're not, then you take them and they win and they come through. So I think it's the Steelers, at least on the spread. I'm with Trent on this one. Rare. We'll see how it goes. Let's talk about some meat. Wow.
Nah.
Holy shit.
Nah.
No way we got 3-way meat on the same game.
Nah.
This is literally what Jovan saw in his nightmare last night. Woke up in a cold sweat. Come on, man.
That's bad, dude.
That's
really bad.
And this isn't for the memes. This is not because of the 5U greaser. This is just your brain picking your favorite play of the weekend, Trent.
I didn't even know about the 5U greaser before I sent this over to Goose.
Okay. And GG Baker.
Meat
GG Bucks. All right. I mean, look, I still like him. It is what it is. Trent, you're so due for a wager, so let's hope it's this one. Bucks, Baker, take the spread. Todd Bowles is dead, sure, but Baker has more heart combined. I mean, he has enough heart to carry this team himself. Fuck the coach. He might be checked out. Team might be checked out. Get that jersey up and moving. It's time for Baker. It's time for Baker to nut up.
Nut
Shut
up.
Come through. Take care of business. He looks like a completely different person second half compared to the first half of the season. He looked like an MVP. Jovan said they're going to the Super Bowl in the beginning of the season, and I don't blame them the way they looked.
It's so much more.
Offense, defense, they looked incredible. Then it all fell apart. Injuries, Baker's overthrowing everybody he throws to. What the hell's going on with him? He's got the yips. Doesn't matter. This is Bryce Young in a must-win spot. This is a young Panthers team in a must-win spot. They've been playing pretty decent so far this season. They already beat the Bucs once this year. Hard to beat a team twice, especially in your division. I'm willing to tip cap if they do. Give me the Bucs. They win big. Statement game for Baker. They get it done. I think Bucky has a pretty good game as well. If you stop Rico Dowdle, you win this game, and the Bucs have Vita Vea. They're going to take care of business. They're going to win this game by 10.
It's so scary, Krabs. I mean,
it's insanely scary. Yeah, I'm trying to keep the blinders on. It's tough.
My kryptonite this year, like Jordan Love was last year, is for sure Cheeser Bryce. Like I cannot hit a wager fading the Panthers this year. It has been horrific, and this is me giving it one last shot.
Yep.
I have to see it go through, dude.
And the crazy thing is, the Bucs still need some help.
Yeah,
it's not even win or get in, right?
They're going to win this game, then the Falcons are going to win.
Yep.
So it means nothing.
Yep. I agree.
Who do the Falcons play?
The Saints.
They're laying 3.5 to the
Saints.
Saints.
No Olave.
Wait, so Falcons win, then those and the Bucs win, then all three will be 8 and 9, right?
Yeah, and then Panthers get in anyway.
That's just
so the Panthers are honestly chilling either way, which sucks for Jovan and the Bucs.
Yeah,
because Kirk's winning that game.
You need the Bucs to win and Falcons to lose.
Yeah.
So you're the biggest fucking Tyler Shug fan of whatever the fuck you say his name.
I mean, he's been playing good.
Yeah, but now no Olave because he's got a blood clot. So who the hell is he throwing to?
Nah.
That's tough because he's been feeding Olave.
Yeah,
the last month.
For sure, Kick. That's probably one of the more contrarian plays on the board, though. Taking the Saints, even though Shuck's been red hot.
Yeah, I don't.
Still letdown spot of Sedge for the Falcons.
Nasty. It's a nasty play. I don't know if it's contrarian with them winning 4 games in a row, but it's nasty.
I guess more from the Falcons side because the Falcons go through the same cycle all year. You want to know how to be homeless? Bet against the Falcons in Atlanta on prime time. Trent's done it like 4 times. You know how to also be homeless? Bet on them the next game. It's the same cycle the entirety of the season.
It's facts.
Yep, and Kirk Cousins is still trying to prove he should be starting in this league, even though it shouldn't even be a question at this point. I'm sure he's got one more in him.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think the Falcons' defense probably wins in that game, especially with no Olave for the Saints. Jovan, you're seeing some points in this Bucs game.
Some points. Super rare that I would ever back this in one of the very important games at the end of the season because if people remember, I mean, the first one against Carolina like 2 years ago with Baker, I don't even think there was a touchdown in that game. Last year, super low scoring. It's like it usually is really defensively based, as you would think in these games. But you know what happened that first game, Krabs, which is one of the reasons why they lost the game, not to mention it landed exactly on 43 points. Todd Bowles, which I couldn't believe this was a real comment. He was talking about their game plans from the 2 games last year against Carolina and how teams were successful against them last year by running the ball. They're like teams ran the ball 30 times on the Panthers, us included last year, had incredible success and won X amount of those games. The different Panthers team, obviously, and you can't run the ball when you're down and can't move the ball on the ground. So what are you going to do this game? They kind of started to do it last week and they had to a little bit because they're down, but it finally felt like there was a shift and just let Baker sling the ball because very obviously the full hefty Bucky, Rashad, Sean Tucker, let's just be Navy offense doesn't work. It's like they finally aired it out last week. Didn't help because like the defense was god awful, but now you kind of know that going in. What are you going to do in this game? You're not going to be Navy. You're going to let Baker throw the ball a billion times. That's how they're going to go out in this one. So I think from early on, you're going to see deep shots from both sides because sneakily Bryce Young towards the end of that game got very, very comfortable with taking some deep shots against all of Todd Bowles' blitzes that he always brings, no matter the fact that they never work. He's probably going to take those a little earlier in this game, but I think open it up more often. That's how they get their run game going too. So I think this game is going to be cinema, back and forth. QBs win or lose the game. We ain't Army Navy on both sides. Throw the rock.
You think Todd Bowles gets fired either way at the end of the season?
Yeah.
Or retires or whatever?
Yeah. There's like, I guess a lot of his friends in the organization are trying to say otherwise. I don't believe it. I think he's gone either way, but it's weird. There are a lot of people from the org and former players. I had Gerald McCoy talking to me on Twitter about how it's not Bowles' fault. So like, I don't know. If it were my choice, he would have been gone weeks ago.
Yep. Yeah, it sucks seeing Todd Bowles like this. He was typically known as being a good dude and leader, and now he just looks like he's checked out or maybe too pissed off to lock back in. He just looks off. So something's got to give. And, hey, winning cures all. If they win this game and get lucky and Saints win too, maybe he's back. Who fucking knows? But it's been a tough year for your Bucs, tough second half. It's crazy, like DJ Fitz is saying. Baker was in MVP talks not too long ago. Not too long ago. All right, Trent, anything to add about the Bucs?
No, I'm fully prepared for Cheeser Bryce to fucking steal our coin.
Yep. W's.
At least they got to stay out of the surge, right?
Yeah, they won't be in there.
It's huge.
That's huge. Huge. Let's talk about some squares for 10 minutes, and then we're going to do a squad ride. Matthew Stafford ain't throwing a pick. He threw 3 last week. I agree with Trent. Whether this game means something or not for the Rams, Matt Stafford has something to prove. He has an MVP to try to win still. And he's got, take care of the football after an embarrassment of a game last week. 3 picks against the Falcons. Give me a break. On primetime, Matthew Stafford's better than that. He finishes the season strong, goes into the playoffs with some momentum, and stays out of the interception column. Crazy square. Up pretty green. He's started a decent amount of picks the second half of the season in general, not just last game. So, Stafford, take care of the football, please. Don't be afraid to utilize Kyron Williams a little bit more in this game. I'm sure Goots can agree with that one. And then RJ Harvey. If you guys can see the chart for this square, my goodness, could not be more green. Going back to the well. This probably gives you guys PTSD after that night sweats. But RJ Harvey, he ain't scoring in this game. I love the under in this game. And I think once the Broncos go up, 14-17 nothing in this game, hopefully he's not one of those 2 touchdowns. RJ Harvey might be grabbing pine with all the they've already had some injury concerns at this position earlier on in the season with Dobbins. Maybe you rest Harvey a little bit in the second half. Maybe he doesn't get a full workload because you're going to need him in the coming weeks. He ain't finding the end zone. He ain't finding pay dirt. Fade RJ Harvey. Get your coins back for that horrendous square earlier this season.
This could be your get back. Last chance.
This is the get back. Yep.
Kind of bought in.
Wow, look at that square.
Yeah, I don't really need to say anything about Baker. Kind of just sold you on that. It's on his shoulders. But I'm declaring Riley Leonard square of year.
Wow.
What do I have to tell you, or what can I tell you? He's playing the Texans. So, I don't need to get too cute here. That pass rush is going to be on his ass the entire game. This is not college, so sacks don't count. But also, I think not only is this the reason that he's starting this week, I guess to keep Phillip Rivers out of it and kind of see what you have in Riley Leonard, but I think Shane Steichen also wants to see what he can craft play calling wise, which comes with a running quarterback, because regardless of what his decision ends up being next year, I can guarantee you it's going to involve some quarterback with a little mobility. I think he's been struggling with that for the past, I guess, however long Daniel Jones has been hurt now, because you haven't really had that. Riley Leonard was the closest thing to that, but he didn't come in. He came in the second half of the Jags game, or the last 3 quarters, so you didn't get a game plan you could prepare going into the game with that. So there weren't packages for him. Now with a full week to prepare, you're probably going to see some packages. So I think you're going to have a couple design runs for Riley Leonard. Plus, he's going to be running for his life, no matter if they're up early, and maybe you see some guys rotating in for the Texans. It doesn't really matter who's on that D-line, whether it's the full starters, the full front 7, or whatever. He's going to be running for his life. And I can guarantee you early on in this game, they're also going to make some design runs to kind of slow down the pass rush and try and make sure that he's not running for his life the entire game. But he will be. He'll have 50 rushing yards.
he's going to be running for his life. Maybe they scheme some stuff up. I don't think that's how this cashes. I think they're going to be up in his grill early and often, and he's going to be scrambling rather than finding his, second or third route. He's not going to have time. Get this feet up and moving. This gives me some vintage playoffs vibes from Riley Leonard on his run. Just last year? Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay. Great square. Any other nugs about Baker? Or are you feeling confident with your sell job there with a little over in that game?
Yeah, I think this is a game where Buck ain't winning you the game. Rashad's not winning you the game. Baker is going to sling rock because that's the only way they win this game. You go in with the same approach you did 2 weeks ago. You're sitting at home on the couch. So they're going to let him sling rock just like they did last week. And he's probably going to have a couple of classic Lamar Mayfield runs like he always has in the biggest spots. So it's all on Bake.
Okay. Trent, back in your guy Stafford. Love it.
Yeah, bounce back game. He's going to splooge. I like the under pick. I didn't even see that as an option. Sharp read there. He ain't throwing one.
Yep. What about Mr. Kenny?
Yeah. Squares were pretty limited as I was looking this morning, but I'm so confident the Steelers win that game, and I think the Steelers offense goes as far as Gainwell is willing and able to take them.
That's a crazy comment.
Why?
How isn't RJ Harvey 8 scoring at home?
Oh, I didn't even read that.
No, I was talking about Trent's comment, but also
Why?
a crazy
What's wrong
comment.
with that comment?
An offense goes as far as Kenneth Gainwell takes them. It's just
I mean,
insane to hear come out of your mouth.
Is that not
been their
true?
wide receiver one the second half of the season? It's insane.
Insane.
They're going to need him heavily in both aspects of rushing and receiving. And he's been respecting coin. He's been looking like prime AP, prime Kamara, I should say.
There you go.
But I expect him to play a huge role in this game.
Yep. Him and Warren have been great this year. They've been great for the Steelers. And DK Metcalf, he might make his way on that me guy list after what he did the other week.
Me guy.
Who else is getting the rock for the Steelers team, man? Calvin Austin and Kenneth Scotty Miller, the shitty tight ends. You got a 300-pound tight end. You got Freiermuth, who's terrible. Weirdest cast of characters that Aaron Rodgers
cooked now. He's
really?
thrown to, I
broke
forget what he did. Yeah, he broke his arm. So he's
Roman Wilson. Aaron Rodgers is such a weirdo. I feel like he hopped in before the season and goes, let's make this as difficult as possible.
He's literally like if Krabs was at quarterback.
He's like,
I only want my guys. I don't want many goats, even though they did kind of get DK, but like he wouldn't prefer it that way. He just wants such Krabs guys, Aaron Rodgers guys.
Yep. I like the squares, Trent. I know it was slim pickings on the board. A lot of injuries, a lot of weird motivational factors for teams. I feel like they're being pretty hesitant right now until Saturday or Sunday with the squares they're putting up. But I like what you picked.
This team fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah, they do. But hey, it all comes down to one guy. Aaron Rodgers.
I'm talking about fucking Rice.
Okay. 10-0. You're still within the number, bro.
Yeah,
you got plenty of room. They're at midfield too. All right. Real quick, before we get to the squad ride, I want to give my guy Goots some spotlight here. Goots, do we have a POD for tonight, or do we have a POD this weekend?
Ravens ain't losing. Fuck y'all.
Okay.
Probably could have guessed that.
Okay. Well, on that note, I think it's time to craft up a squad rides. You gents ready?
Okay.
Goots, run that shit. I'm trying to see that train. Jovan, let's get that joint Troy fan up and moving, man. What are you doing sitting now? Get that up and moving. Come on.
Can't get it up and moving because it legit is the loudest fan in history.
I did that last year, and it was totally fine. Just get it up and moving. Come on.
Let's see how loud it is.
So it's just one switch, right? Because it's just one fan. Sure. Yep. We got some movement, folks.
Holy shit, dude. It's really one entity.
Move year.
One unit. Yep. The epitome of teamwork right there with those two fans. So we can either put in one fan that works perfectly normal like a fan, or we could put in 2 small fans, connect them with a piece of metal and a light. Yeah, I'm going to do the latter. Let's do that. Sure. Just can't get over it.
It's really
I've never seen anything like it.
No, it's unique. I've never seen
That
anything
might
like
be
it
the
either.
eighth wonder of the world. That fan. People can come to your home and do tours. All right. W vibes. We got the Chode fans up and moving. Let's start out the new year with a squad ride W. Okay. Clean slate, 0-0. All right. Jovan, what is your favorite play of the night?
Nah.
Trent, man.
Nah.
Somebody put that guy in the bin.
No, exactly.
Put that guy in the bin for 10 minutes. Jovan, lock back in here for me for a sec. What is your favorite play of the night? Okay. Reel it back in here.
Are we going to the Liberty Bowl or are we keeping that out? So that's 2 hours. It could be a little early.
Are you even trying to lock that in, or are you just riding your -2.5?
No, I've locked that in too.
Okay. Is that your favorite play of the night?
Probably is.
Okay. All right.
We could also take a slight trip out to Chicago with Chew.
Magic.
Play the song.
Take a peep at that game real quick.
Are we locking in the 6-man?
I'm going to need you to lock it in for me, to be honest. But yeah.
Yep.
I'll text you after this. We be fucking cash.
Cash.
Yeah, man. One of a kind. One of a kind, Gav. I'd say never change, but you might want to change a little bit.
Trent, what's your favorite play today, man?
The Spurs.
No. You might have to give it back up because I know Krabs will despise that wager.
That's just not happening. It's just not happening.
Play
by win, but I don't know if we could put that in the squad ride poll.
Can you give me a reason?
I mean,
just look at the game, dude. It's
6-28.
greatest
Pacers
team of all time. Spurs against the 6-win Pacers -5.5.
I'm taking your square. I'm taking your fantasy square, Trent. That's the best I can do. I don't know if I could take the Spurs. Okay?
That's fine. I don't really care.
I'll let you and Rowdy have that one. Okay.
What?
You and your boy.
What? Why even throw that in there?
He's a Spurs mega fan, and now you are too.
Nah.
That's just
really bad.
Let's take the Magic.
Let's go. Play songs.
Can't believe we're taking Navy QB pass yards, bro.
Bro, he's good.
He's locked.
What was it? Seth Jones under a point or Jarvis?
Jones.
Okay.
Jude said Magic. Sure. Should we just put in the freaking moneyline parlay 5-unit whale and just call it a day, or?
You know that's cake if we do that, Krabs.
I feel like we start the year off right with a bang. Dude, that's not losing.
Krabs.
All right, how about Mississippi State?
Holy
yeah, I was about to ask, where are we going in these 2 bowl games that are late night?
How about Mississippi State?
I'm down.
I'd be down to put that in Arizona in here, to be honest.
Sure. Let's go dual bowl games.
Okay. Trent, let's take a peep at the Blazers. Let's take a peep at the Lakers. I want to get you involved. I'm still hurt from that play of the Eon under 7.5 the last time you were on here and had to play for the squad ride that won the poll. And that was the worst squad ride we've actually ever had.
Dude, that was eons ago.
That's the last time you streamed.
That was the last
time you were on the show. So
that was not the last time I was on the show.
No, that was probably the last time. That was the last time he's had squad ride involvement.
There's the 6-man chat.
W's. W linkage. Why don't we just max Navy? Turner Mac, we could just take that team total over, but again, then you got a lot of moving pieces with the 5-unit whale, and I think maybe we just keep that out. I feel like we just pick one of these NBA plays from Trent and we call it a day. Blazers ML.
There's not a single play that you're going to want to take out of those three.
Well, there's one that might want to take a little bit more. Lakers are pretty banged up as well, and Jovan, you make the call. Blazers or Lakers?
Probably Lakers.
Okay. I think we go these 4 plays. 2 NBA, 2 college football, and we call it a day. We let the midshipmen splooge off to the side out of respect.
I've never seen Denny's points as high as they are.
Good.
Crazy.
Good. Okay. Let's go 4 plays, 4 winners. 4 plays, 4 winners, 5 minutes. W linkage, W Goods. W Brian C, who tailed the Prize Picks lineup. Let's go, Brian C. Attaboy. Appreciate all the subbies that came in today as well. Cannot let these last ones squeak here. We got that boy Co getting involved with the resub. We got Russo coming in with another 5-unit whale. Russo, you're goated, bro. You're goated. And there it is. You know, Prime printed that out and put it in his room. That picture. People forget. Russo, we appreciate all the subbies today, man. For the first time in a while, Sade is not the subby leader for today's stream.
Wow.
So good to see someone else taking command and dropping hell subbies.
It's only like, what, 4 months, 3 months until we can get one of these bad boys.
I mean, those are just the most ridiculous graphics ever, dude.
I mean, it's just an insanely gaudy graphic.
Okay.
Nah.
That shit's gotta stop.
From the courthouse here soon if they see that picture.
That shit's gotta stop.
Has to.
There's an even worse one, dude.
Sade get involved with a subby. 5-unit sub whale. Let's go, Sade.
Sit hold this beer.
Attaboy, Sade. We appreciate you, Beast. Sade and Russo have been going back and forth today. We appreciate you guys.
Going knock for knock.
Yeah, knock for knock. Love to see it. Get those votes in. If you're asking yourselves, where's the poll? It's not on Twitch. Well, it's on Twitter now. Go check it out right now. We'll drop the link one more time. Get involved. Get your votes in. Hurry up. Go, go, go. Appreciate you guys. This guy, David Espinal, just really wants Trent's attention.
Really wants it so bad.
He really wants it. He's been saying that for the last 10 minutes.
I know.
There,
I don't know where it is, bro. I can't find it.
the worst one.
It's really bad. That one's really bad.
It is just an absurd picture. The whole picture is just absurd.
Whole pick is crazy.
Shador.
Cut free.
People forget we cashed on Shador this weekend. Oy.
People didn't forget that.
Hey, the mount plays in about 34 minutes.
No.
Big game for the mount against Mary Mac. You see this picture right behind me right here?
I'm not ready for that shit, dude.
This is the mount right here. This is their beautiful campus right behind me. Beautiful campus up at the mountains of Emmitsburg. Yep. And there's also, I mean, there's just mount shit everywhere. Look at this. There's a mount logo just hanging out right here.
Nah.
Yep.
That is just.
That's a lot of heart.
Simply, truly just.
Trent, 3 p.m. Eastern college basketball game, standalone game, the Mount versus Merrimack. Get involved.
That is Krabs' game of year.
I'm very excited to watch that game, actually. Yeah. Very
It's
excited.
only a couple weeks before you're going to have to start getting involved, Trent.
Trent's least favorite sport, college basketball.
That shit, bro. Hate that shit.
How is showing a future Hall of Famer hitting a nuke off of Justin Verlander, Mickey Mouse? Seriously.
Actually, shout out the Halos for fucking ditching Rendon.
Kind of, but yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. Shout out Rendon for at least helping you guys out deferring some of that money. Maybe the worst contract in sports history. And the Nats have had some bad ones too. Don't get me wrong. Rice
So
bomb.
bad. Wow. Rice bomb.
Rice bomb.
54-yard bomb.
Wow. A pass?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
about to be Blake Horvath in a couple hours.
Let's
I
hope.
hope so.
Very excited for that game. Very excited. Sam Houston plays this afternoon. Wow. Casper, we're going to dive a little bit more into the college basketball slate. Loaded slate today.
Sam H.
I'll probably be on Cal later. We got Russo coming in with some more subbies. A 10-unit subway. Let's go, Russo.
Goat.
Atta boy. Hella subs. Appreciate you guys. Tons of subs today. Awesome. Almost back to Iraq. Love to see it. Russo, have a day, man. We appreciate you. Seriously. All right, chat. Last call. If you want to get your votes in for the squad ride today, 4 plays, 4 winners. Magic -5.5. Mississippi State -3. Arizona ML. And the Lakers -3.5. Get involved. Get involved. Okay. Nebraska tonight. I think I like Sparty with Goots. That should be the Goots POD today. Is Sparty +2.5.
I almost put that on the card. Yeah.
I can see that. Squad ride, Noah Fafita ML. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. There we go.
Wow.
The one dog.
All right. David Espinal, real quick before you go, since you just hate in the chat the whole time. I am 18-9, up 7.23 units during the bowl season. So whatever bowl games I pick, you probably want to take as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Arizona is also +1.5, so they're not a favorite.
0-2. David, swing and a miss.
If Rice doesn't fucking score this touchdown, bro, I'm
Red
so
zone
done.
Rice. Sure. Lil McNavy, good to see you, Beast. If you're doing well, hope you had a great holiday. Okay.
New Year, Sam McNavy.
Never change. Lil McNavy. Trent, appreciate you coming on today, bro. Okay. Be back in the office on Monday. All right.
Pleasures.
Yep. Jovan, good shit today, man. Goots, good shit today. Enjoy your game this weekend.
I'll be back in office Wednesday. I get there like Tuesday night.
Cool.
Wow.
Unless Bucks make the playoffs, I'm staying.
Wow.
For a week.
Kind of a me guy move.
That's a very
I gotta go to the game. They're getting a home playoff game, Krabs.
Hearing a lot of eyes and a lot of me's.
A lot of me's.
It's all right. I'll be there. I'll be there tomorrow. Cans will be firing. See if we can extend it for a week.
You're going tomorrow? Sure.
Yeah, the game's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike Evans bobblehead day.
That's sick. Try to get an extra one for the office.
No shot. They're handing them out.
There's going to be slim pickets. All right.
Yeah.
W stream. Happy Friday, guys. Gosh, it does not feel like a Friday. It feels like a Monday. Happy Friday. We appreciate you guys for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you're subbed up. Okay, we'll be back on Monday. Same time, same place. Have a great weekend. We'll be seeing.
Peace.
Peace.